Welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast with Mike Kincaid and Jake Goebel. Join them as they experience specialty coffee and document their journey. These friends explore roasts and roasting methods, brewing equipment and techniques, and review the cafes they visit along the way.
Let's try that again.
All right, let's try that all again.
You had a great intro, but
it was a super good intro.
Man, it was on point.
But I'm not recording.
Yeah.
So how did you know that we weren't recording?
Because I've learned to look after you.
Oh,
I've learned to notice. Well, I just saw the little light blinking and know that means standby.
It was truly on standby. It was a great intro. It's gone forever. This is episode 64. I'm Jake Goebel.
You had to be in the room.
I'm here with Mike Kincaid. This is the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast. If you have stumbled upon us by accident, welcome. If you've been with us since the beginning, welcome.
Welcome back.
If you have been with us since just recently and you're like, I'll give these bozos a shot, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. We are just two guys who are on a coffee journey. We, at the moment, roast a little bit of coffee.
A little bit of coffee.
We sell a couple of hats.
Couple hats.
We run a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We have a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
We tweet on the Twitters.
Yep.
We
Insta
on the Instagram.
You got it.
We face slap on the Facebook.
A little bit.
We do a little bit of
dabbly do here and there.
Snapchat. We're trying to learn Snapchat, but it's not going well.
It's for the young kids.
We do a little bit of the Snapchatting. And I've thrown some stuff out there on the Anchor. But
we visit as many shops as we can. We try as many drinks as we can.
That's what we do. That's
we
what
review
we do.
coffees. We
Yes.
try different brew methods.
Yes.
We try to buy devices.
We write blogs, and we have writers from all over the country that contribute.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, there's one guy. There's two in Texas that contribute.
Oh.
But that's
Anyway.
Close enough.
But
all over the
along
country.
that same lines, we actually interact though, which has been probably the most enjoyable and surprising aspect of this journey is
Yes.
the people we've come in contact with
Has
from
been
all over the
you.
world.
Has been you, yeah. We've made friends all over the world.
You had
with
someone
you.
recently reach out to us from Africa,
Yes,
right? Brazil.
Yes,
And we have someone in Sweden.
Sweden.
We've got someone in England.
We got a couple homies in England.
Couple in England. We've got people up in Canada we've interacted with.
Yeah.
And then many throughout the state, from Florida up to the Midwest to all over, California. So I think that's been probably
The coolest part.
it really has the community that's
is
being
you
built.
guys. You guys joining us, you guys slapping us on the back, saying, hey, great job, keep going. Don't know if we would have been able to continue without the encouragement.
No,
Without
I don't think so.
You guys being like, hey, this is good stuff, thank you, and keep going. So we're just going to keep going, just going to keep plugging away.
It's
Keep
nice.
plugging away, keep trying to add value to you, infotainment, trying to not only, tell you about great coffee shops and bad coffee shops, because let's be honest, some of the shops you're never going to go to, right? Because we're drinking in Phoenix, we're drinking in Tucson, we're drinking in Prescott, we're drinking in Colorado Springs, we're drinking kind of all over the Southwest as we travel.
Come here.
Yeah, unless you go to any of those places, you're not going to do it. I mean, if you're listening out in, Indiana, unless you move out here, you ain't gonna
For the most part.
things.
Most likely you will not.
But hopefully you get a little bit
should.
of entertainment, and maybe you learn a little bit of something, what other people are doing wrong, so that you can do it right and we can do it right
Well,
as
if
well.
anything, you can learn how to critique your local shop.
Boom.
And we say that in a positive way
Yeah.
because you are taking your time, your money, and
Yeah.
you're driving and sometimes out of your way.
Yeah. And sometimes Mike is taking my money.
And sometimes, exactly, I forget my wallet all the time. It's a good trick. Try it out. And you're passing usually more well-known, established, and convenient shops
Yeah.
to go to these local
You're passing
joints.
Starbucks. You're passing Dunkin' Donuts. You're passing... What else is out there? I don't know.
What else is out there? And there's a reason for it.
You're
And
passing them by.
that ties in nicely with Greg's recent article
Yeah.
about tipping and the difference
Yeah.
that is expected when you go to these shops and why people go out of their way. And I don't think it's an unreasonable expectation to say, why am I spending my money here?
Yeah.
Is there value? Why?
Is this the right spot?
Or is it the status quo and it's just really kind of meh?
I went out of my way to come visit you.
Yeah, so
yesterday I went out of my way to go visit a cafe.
Did you?
For our coffee experience.
Coffee experience.
And roll it. I don't know. That was dead silence for a while.
That was good.
I had nothing.
Rafter 11 is a new shop that's opened up.
Yeah, it's a unique. Is it?
It's a unique.
Is it a coffee joint or is it and coffee?
And coffee.
It's and coffee. Okay.
Yeah, it is a balsamic vinegar and olive oil joint.
Is that their primary focus?
I think so.
Interesting.
Yeah. They've got walls full of it. Different flavors, different
Would you try any?
stuff.
Do they have a little bread?
The missus did. I didn't.
I love that stuff. It's good.
You would fit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go right now.
Let's go. All
Let's
right.
go right now.
Until
Let's
next
just pick
time.
up and go. All right. Talk to you later. And we're out. So they have, it used to be a restaurant, and I think they just kept everything the same. So the bar is now just kind of a coffee area. And the welcome station in the front where you kind of walk in where they seat you.
They would have the greeter, the concierge.
Yeah, that is now the checkout place.
Okay.
And then kind of a back area is going to be wine, but they don't have wine yet.
They don't have wine yet.
They don't have wine, but they're working on it.
Interesting. So they're dabbling in a few different things.
They're dabbling in a lot of different things.
So what did you try while you were there? Your wife tried the oil. You tried?
I tried it in espresso.
Okay.
Double shot of espresso.
Double shot, straight up.
And,
did they give you a cup?
In a mocha, and the missus had a caramel latte.
Was it in a little Dixie cup?
It was in a porcelain demi-tasse.
Nice.
With a napkin as a saucer.
Okay.
No spoons. Anywhere.
It's rare.
It was so bad, I was looking for the sugar. Like I took one sip. It was bitter. It was nasty.
Yeah.
It was just gross. It was just gross.
Over-extracted.
And it stayed with me all day long.
All day?
All day. I
and
can't
into the night,
remember.
Did you have nightmares about
I can't
this
remember the last time I felt nauseous from drinking coffee. But this was an exceptionally nasty espresso.
That's tough.
I found where the condiments are, and they have.
You found them like where you run around,
exactly,
like freaking out, like
exactly.
Oh my gosh.
No. I was trying to be sleek and subtle, and then there was one packet of sugar. Everything else was like in these huge containers.
Yeah,
but I mean, you could like the cinnamon.
What do you mean?
The cinnamon was, if you can imagine,
just a massive
like a to-go cup
tub,
metal canister with like the top and the holes in it was as big as a coffee mug. So there's no way to turn it upside down and shake it without cinnamon going everywhere, sugar going everywhere, vanilla going everywhere. So they had everything. But you know when you go to Starbucks, they have like the little tiny shakers?
Yeah.
These were huge shakers.
Big shakers.
Big shakers.
They're not messing around.
They're not messing around. Throw that in your demi-tasse. Throw that in your demi-tasse.
You move the cup and you just see the outline of where it was. You just walk away.
So I found a stir.
Okay.
And I put a 1 teaspoon of sugar in, and it barely cut it at all. It was so gross.
Oh no.
And then I had the mocha, and it was nasty as well.
Really?
Yeah, it was so discouraging because the lady was so nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
And they're hustling. It's a new business. We want to see them succeed. I think that's one thing that, for me, even though if I want to start a new business, even I want to start with a coffee business, and you could say they're a competitor. Why would you want them to succeed? You always want to see people that are putting themselves out there. You want to see businesses succeed.
Yeah.
You do, because then, I don't know, it just promotes everything. You hate seeing people fail. And not saying that they will, but right now the coffee wasn't dialed in.
It was not.
It was not feeling it. It was not feeling it. You was not feeling it.
I was not feeling it.
It was feeling you out.
Oh, it was making me feel nasty.
And that's unfortunate.
And the missus said she didn't get any coffee flavor in her caramel latte, or caramel, depending on what side of the tracks you're from.
So they would need to assess.
They really need to do.
Is it the roast? Is it the grind? Is it the brew?
I felt like I wanted to give them feedback, but all I could do was tell them it's nasty. I don't know how to fix it for them. I don't know how to fix it, and I don't want to bring it up without giving them a solution. But they do use Firehouse Coffee,
local roaster,
local roaster. And I said, "Oh, that's great. They do a good. They're singing the praises of Firehouse.
Yeah,
because that's their roaster.
We've had quite quite a bit of them.
Yes, but I don't go there no more.
We've had them quite a bit.
But I don't go there no more.
No, we don't. We haven't been there. And I don't know if it was so much the coffee.
It's the service.
It was the service that kind of weaned.
So the
died.
service was bad. The coffee was good. Now the coffee is bad and the service is good. It reminded me of Hava Java a lot because she was so nice and friendly.
So on
so
point.
Great. So on point. And the coffee was so terrible that I finished it out of devotion, duty. It was not like
out of duty.
I felt obligated because I spent money on it. It was horrible.
You just want to so bad enjoy and like everything about it.
Yes, I really did.
And yes, we are probably more particular than most.
I know,
that's
but
the journey we're on. But
here's the standard.
I know. Go into it.
I was just down at Press 2 days ago, and I had one of their mochas. You can turn into a straight junkie drinking their stuff. You kill one, and you're like, oh man, I really want another one.
I want another one. Yeah.
I shouldn't have another one, but I really want another one.
Exactly.
Combine that with their friendly service, that's the standard.
That's a winning recipe.
That's the standard.
And we all want to win.
We all want to win.
Exactly.
So I just hate to see people lose. I hate to see people's dreams get crushed. And I'm not saying that this place is going to lose or that their dream is going to get crushed, but the coffee was terrible. I don't want to go back. I promised Mike that I would go back, but I don't want to go back because it was so bad.
That is tough because honestly, I know you genuinely would like to say, hey, this isn't very good. You know what I mean? And not come across as a jerk.
I don't know how you do that.
You know what I mean?
How do you do that?
Honestly, give feedback, and maybe you would have to talk with the owner.
It was the owner. She's the owner.
Okay. Because maybe they would be more willing to receive it than an employee.
Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, they probably only got like one employee, I think.
I don't even know if they have an employee. I think
just
it's
be the owner
there all day.
Yeah.
There's 2 owners. There's a husband and wife team, I think. And I think it's the wife that's running the joint.
And what they could probably do, I would hope, in the same lines that Rich at Prescott Coffee Roasters will kind of consult his accounts.
Yeah.
Right? He'll help them dial in. Maybe they could go back to Prescott Firehouse Roasters and say, hey, we're getting feedback that this isn't pulling very good. Come help us figure out what it is.
Yeah.
We can't do that. I mean, I would love to try. I think it'd be fun. I think we know enough to fiddle around, but that's not our place.
No.
But just giving it, that's a tough line. How do you give feedback? Can people receive it? Constructive feedback is what it would be.
Maybe that's the answer, though.
I want you to be my go-to joint. I do. I want to come back.
Maybe that's the answer, Mike. Maybe when you say, look, I don't know how to fix your problem. I can tell you that your coffee is not any good. And I'm only telling you because I really want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
The only solution that I would offer is to switch roasters if they're not giving you support and go talk with Rich at Prescott Coffee.
Yeah.
And switch who your roaster is, have him come out, have him help you.
Yeah.
Have him help you dial your espresso machine in and your drinks in because these are not good.
You represent them too.
You represent them and he cares.
And
now,
so
I don't think that the Firehouse roaster guy, I don't think he's not going out helping people dial in stuff.
We haven't heard, but I don't know.
I think he's probably just, hey, roasting, you want to use my coffee? Cool, here you go.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's a wholesale account.
Yeah, just
Done
a wholesale
deal.
account.
Because we've seen them in the local Sam's, was it?
Sam's.
Costco, Sam's, yeah. So they're trying to, do things a little differently. But I totally think that would be a reasonable expectation. If your customers are saying we're having trouble and you went to your roaster and said, could you help me? I'm having trouble getting your coffee to taste good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would be there in a second. Even if it was a personal account or a personal direct sale, someone local.
Can you help me?
Even if it's not local and you shout out on our video, hey, your Swaro's not tasting very good. All right, what are you doing? How are you brewing it? Let's check this out.
And you know what? You made it personal for me. I want that feedback.
Absolutely.
I want the feedback.
We don't want kindness for this, or I don't know if kindness is the right word.
We want
honesty.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend.
Absolutely.
That's what we want.
Because it's sad when someone's trying so hard and they're being so nice and you just know that what they're producing is missing it. It's off.
Yeah.
You
maybe it's the ratio, maybe it's the recipe. I don't know.
There's a good way to, I just picture like an elderly grandma type figure coming along and saying, listen, sweetheart, what you're doing, I love you, is awesome, but the cup is no good. Let's fix it.
Now, if you don't care about the coffee because the balsamic vinegar is awesome, and your olive oil is awesome, and you're just,
it's just
just an afterthought. If that's it, then cool, but you're not going to get people coming here just for the coffee.
You're going to miss out on opportunity.
Yeah.
And
opportunity for success.
to grow and be more than maybe even what you are setting out to be.
Because there's really only, in our town, I didn't think there was a third wave shop. And there really isn't a third wave shop, but there is one shop that is trying to do more with coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
And for you to come into, you're showing up and you're doing something that a lot of other competitors are doing, and you're doing it not as good. You're not giving anything special. You're not giving anything different, and you're not meeting the standard that's out there.
No, because honestly, from my perspective, Yellow Leaf is pretty close. It's very close.
Yeah.
And they've got great service. And they've got their solid,
second wave,
even maybe slightly, I don't know, in between. They've got some good stuff going on.
Yeah.
If you want a nice mocha, a nice blended. So you got to compete with that. What are you going to do? You got to at least have a drink that's on par.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll give them time. They just opened.
Yeah.
But that's probably the most critical,
Maybe we should.
pivotable.
Pivotable?
Nab it.
Yeah. Pivotal.
Pivotal.
Yeah.
Pivotal.
Important.
It's like it's an axios, a catalyst.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I have no idea what you're trying to say.
I'm saying it's an important time in a business.
What we
that
should
first
do-
window when there's that buzz and everyone rushes to you.
Yeah.
Can you handle it, or the people walk away saying, it was okay?
Well, there's another lesson that I learned, I think, from being there is this. If you are running your shop, you are not growing your business.
It's tough to do both, huh?
It's impossible.
Impossible.
If you're running your shop, you are not growing the business.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do half and half maybe. Like you could show up, run the shop a little bit, but you've got to get out and you've got to hustle. You've got to go meet people. You've got to take, a half dozen of your drinks. You got to make 6 mochas, and you got to walk next door to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
And you've got to hand them out go put it in the break room, go put a thank you note out there. Just go say, hey, just introduce yourself. You need to go shake the hand of every other employee that works within a block.
Yeah, make your presence
of
known.
your shop. Make your presence known. Right across the street,
Just
go to
give,
the Wendy's.
Give.
Right across the street, go to the bank. Right across the street, go whatever I agree. Everything that's there. There is not a person that should drive within, 10 minutes of where you're at and not know that you have a coffee shop there.
We're here. Here's what we got.
You need a daily fix. This is where you come.
Mm-hmm. I think it's good. It does nothing but promote you. So we'll see. I've noticed that, their social media is how I found them. So that was good. They're throwing out things, pictures.
I checked in yesterday on the Facebook. It asked, are you recommending this place? I said, no.
You should have. Really?
I could not in good conscience recommend them.
Yeah, I know. You want to be honest, but you also want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But it's so hard because it's not cheap.
Yeah, I spent like $20.
Come on now. $20.
Or maybe it wasn't that much. It was 15. I don't know. I spent a lot of money.
Still a good amount of money.
I spent a good amount of money.
And you want to spend more.
Oh, the scone was great. What about that? They had a great scone.
Oh, there's something to be said about that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee's okay, but the scone.
The scone was really good. It was blueberries and
there's your experience.
An orange zest olive oil.
Yeah,
or
just
orange something or
buttery goodness all up in there.
It was good.
It was good.
It was very good.
Now imagine if the coffee
was good.
Was just better to complement that. It would be awesome. You would want to go back. We'd be going tonight.
Yeah. We could still go.
I
don't want to go, but I promised you I'd go.
Yeah.
I'll go. You don't want to go with me now. I can see it. It's written all over your face. You want to take your wife or somebody. It's terrible.
Oh, and do what you did?
Should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. Here, let's go try this place.
Fine. You know what?
Jake recommends it. Hands down.
You tell me. You went to the Raven twice with that woman.
Yeah, I know. It's a great place. I've actually been there 3 times. It was funny because the third time we went there.
You're a junkie.
Same barista all 3 times.
Yeah.
And the third time I went there, she's like, and it dawned on her, she never gave us one of their loyalty punch cards. She's like, I need to give you one of these because you've been coming here quite, a lot lately. And it was nice of her. She went back and punched all the previous times.
See, that is unheard of.
I didn't notice until I got home. I'm like, oh, sweet.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah. She went back and punched because she knew.
This is 6 drinks.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. knock it out. So that was good. Yeah, the Raven, I enjoy the Raven. They don't have blendeds, but they have iced. So we got an iced mocha.
How big is the iced mocha?
It was a little smaller than I actually would like. I think it was a 12 ounce, maybe even a 10 ounce with the ice. You know what I mean? It was just your little plastic small cup.
Yeah.
And once you have the ice and then you add the liquid, you get through it pretty quickly because the volume, is taken up by the ice. But it was really good. Like Lindsay, she doesn't care for iced. My wife doesn't care for iced coffees that much. She likes more of the blended, but she's like, that was excellent. Like we wanted to go get another one right away. Yeah. So we enjoyed it.
How much was it for the 12 ouncer there? Was it $4?
It was.
So it was a little pricey and you got a little bit less.
It was.
But it was good.
It was very good.
See,
I would go back.
Yeah.
I'd go back because I enjoyed her. We had a good interaction. She says hi to my kids.
I gotta go. I've never been. I gotta go.
That's a different place.
What I think is notable is that Wirehouse.
Wirehouse?
The Wirehouse.
Wired. That's a good name.
Firehouse. Yeah, Wirehouse. Get wired house. Firehouse used to be your go-to. Now the Raven is not far enough away to deter you from going to the Raven and going back to the Firehouse because it's like a block, half a block.
You mean like going there and then going and sitting at the Firehouse?
No, I'm just saying is that they lost you.
Yeah.
They lost you.
Yeah.
And you really wanted that to work. Don't feel bad. They lost you.
I sent many people that way.
They should lose.
They lost me.
They should lose you.
Yeah.
And now you're going to the Raven, which is just down the street.
And the Raven's not even a coffee shop. It's a cafe.
It's a bar.
Which is nice because they're the Raven Cafe, which we've talked about before, but they do focus on coffee. It's not their main. They have food, a full kitchen, a bar, and then coffee. But they do a good job with all three of those. They really do. I enjoy their food too.
Yeah.
And if you like craft beer or even like specialty local wine,
yeah,
they've got all that.
What about just shots?
Yeah.
Just line them up.
Yeah. Wait, shots of what?
Alcohol. I don't know.
I thought you were saying espresso.
Ooh,
they've got the little cups.
Espresso.
Yeah.
They have the little demi-tasse?
Demi-tasse. Yeah.
Let me get
I ordered one of those. It was a little bitter.
Can you salami shot that for me?
Not bad. It was funny when the second time I went there, I was like, I want to get an Americano. I didn't want anything too sweet. And I wanted also a shot on the side because I wanted to try it. It was like almost 9 o'clock at night, but whatever.
Perfect. Well, you staying up till 1 anyways, roasting.
Yeah, that night I was up
roasting
till
and drinking more coffee.
After 2. So, maybe something to do with the coffee.
Maybe.
So I ordered the Americano medium, and she looks at me and said, I also want to get a shot. And she goes, well, the medium has 4 shots because we've talked about this previously, they do
hot shots.
They do hot shots. Well, yeah, in the Americano, but they do 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And maybe it was the large I ordered. But they automatically scale the amount of shots for the size of the drink.
Which is good.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
So she didn't, at first she's like, are you wanting another? You want 5 shots? I'm like, oh, no, sorry. I want an espresso shot on the side. Oh, but so you still want 5 shots at 9 o'clock at night?
Yes.
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 Thank you for your concern.
Yes.
But you've had too much, sir. We're cutting you off.
I know, but at least remember those articles that we talked about, like the student control in Indiana, and the people were trying to pass some law that says you can only serve X amount or whatever. At least she acknowledges the reality. It's like just use common sense.
Yeah,
if somebody walks in and wants 20 shots, you can give them the 20 shots, but use your common sense and say, "Whoa, are you sure?
Yeah.
You know that this is 4 and this is 5. If they do, then fine. You can serve them." I say serve them.
You come running to the counter, whip out your wallet, and you got change flying. Oh, I need Americano 4 shots, and then another shot. Another shot. Just one more. Yeah, please.
Just one more. One more. Hey, does anybody have $1?
Yeah. Anyone else want a shot? You want a shot? Let's do shots on the house. We'll get 4 to 50, 60 shots right now. Do you have enough coffee for that? Maybe if someone's hitting you up like that, and their eyes are bloodshot,
cut them off,
twitching,
cut them off.
You might talk them into some type of tea or
cut them off.
Or really, some type of downer. They've had enough uppers.
Would you talk them into a Cascara?
Yeah. I got something better for you. It's tea-like, but it's also coffee. Sold.
I expected, and I'm going to transition here into the coffee review.
Cascara.
Into the Cascara.
Yeah, somebody gifted that to you recently.
Somebody gifted that to me. His name is
Otherwise,
Manny
you probably
G.
never would have had it.
I never would have bought it.
Never.
Never. You will not catch me buying Cascara. Or you wouldn't have caught me buying Cascara. Now it's a completely different story. Manny,
I was running around with little baggies.
it's your fault. Yeah, I'm running around with baggies at the park. The park across from the street. Be like, hey, you want to buy some of this Cascara?
Cascara.
Cascara.
Cascara?
Cascara.
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 Cascara. Scar. Cascar.
Nice.
So it is a tea that is made from the cherry berry.
Nice.
You like that?
The cherry berry?
So when
the
coffee
skin of the
is
cherry.
picked, they're cherries.
Uh-huh.
And you pick them when they're red. They're ripe.
Ripe.
The seed inside is the coffee bean.
Mm-hmm.
When they depulp them, when they take the cherry off, the flesh part off, some people dry that out and use it to make tea.
Nice.
That's Cascara.
That's what you've been drinking.
And then there's also a husk around the bean. Some people take that husk and use it to manufacture cups,
Like the actual...
mugs,
Really?
and saucers.
Interesting.
Yes. Very cool. But
That's
I
cool.
only saw like a 4, 8, and 12 ounce cups. But they look cool.
That's nice.
They look very cool. As a matter of fact, they're designed with such an incredible design. I'll link to them in the show notes. But when you turn it upside down, it has a little water spouts that like little rivets in the side. I don't know how to little fins.
Fins?
So when you put it
Okay.
in the dishwasher, no water sits in the top. All the water runs down.
That's brilliant.
So it will dry and come out dry.
It doesn't pool. So
It
when you go
doesn't
to put it
pool at
away,
the top.
yeah.
Yes. And there's a little
That's sweet.
notch at the top
Okay.
that
Sold.
notches into the saucer. So it won't.
So it kind of holds it in place.
So it holds it in place on the saucer.
Can we brand these?
It's all black, and the ridges are all around it. I don't know how you would do. You'd have to cut into the ridges.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, they're cool.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
They're very cool. You know, I've been geeking out about cups and ice and all kinds of craziness lately.
Yeah. You got this one right here.
So Cascara, that Mike is picking up a mug that the missus made for me for Father's Day at a mom's night out for homeschool moms. She went to some place where they make porcelain and art and stuff. Anyhow, and she made me the very first Orange Cactus Coffee mug. It's got 2 orange cactuses, one on each side, and it says Orange Cactus Coffee right in the middle on the spine.
What's funny is my wife was there soon after she painted this and saw it on the shelf.
Oh,
and
is that
she
right?
goes, who would paint an orange cactus? She didn't see the side because she didn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
But she's like, who would paint an orange cactus on a black mug? Like, what are the odds?
What are the odds?
And so she asked the lady, and she's like, oh, this group of ladies was there. One of them painted this. It's like a business her husband or something is doing. She's like, that's my husband, too.
She's like, no.
Wait, yeah.
No, sorry, girl.
Wait. No, she said she...
It definitely wasn't you, and it's definitely her husband.
I'm not... Hey, it's up to you, but that's what she said.
You ladies got to sort this out.
So she thought it was funny. It's like to see it in the wild. Somebody else is painting orange cactuses.
An orange cactus in the wild.
We're coming for you.
Coming for you. Orangey is coming for you.
Coincidental.
Yes. Coincidental. That's funny, though. That's funny. It's a popular spot. It's a popular spot.
Well, it's fun for all ages.
Fun for all ages. You mean ladies love to show up, and if they can make their own Orange Cactus coffee mugs, they could even roast their own coffee if there were such a location local where little ladies meetups, women meetups could be. So just a plug there.
Yeah,
Thinking
okay.
about that.
A little lady
Anyways,
roaster meetup. Gotcha.
Cascara from Brandywine.
What do you think of it?
It's awesome.
Really?
It's awesome.
It's like a tea. How do you make it?
Unusual. Like there's a smell that at first when I smelled it, Manny, I'm confessing right now, it smelled repugnant.
I know. I had to talk him down.
It smelled kind of nasty.
No, this smells like tea.
I tried to give it away to Mike, and Mike said, "You disrespect the Manny if you don't at least
Just
try it."
Try it.
Now I'm mad at myself for sharing any with him.
Yeah.
It was very good.
What do you do to make it?
You put 20 grams. You use the same ratio, 15-1, 20 grams of Cascara to 300 grams of hot water. And I put it in my French press.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
And you let it steep for 5 minutes. You push the little press down, you pour it out, you drink it. It's incredible.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Is there any caffeine in it?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I have absolutely no idea. I don't know what's in it. Manny could have just been trying to poison me. I don't know.
That's the problem. That's why it's illegal now, or it's not legal in the UK. It's great.
It's very good. And they say it's on there. Some of the flavor notes say syrupy. And at first I was like, "Come on, get out of here with your nonsense."
What you talking about?
And now I can't get that flavor. That's it. It's syrupy.
It's locked in.
It's very good. Now it's unique. Don't let the smell deter you. And the beginning, like the front of the flavor, is a little bit strong, kind of like the smell. I don't know how to describe it, but it smells different, unusual, unlike any other tea that you've probably ever tried.
Yeah.
But it is very, very good. And I was like, oh, man. Thank you, Manny. So, anyhow.
That's great. I'm excited to try it.
Cascara. 20 grams of Cascara, 300 grams of water, hot water, boiling water, steep for 5 minutes, plunge, pour, enjoy. All right.
Thank you.
So last time, I think we promised coffee legends and coffee history. Is that correct?
Well, we have a legend we want to talk about.
We should
What?
We should probably do Manny G Recommends since we're talking about Manny.
Yeah. That would have been a good segue, but
that would have been a good segue, but I ruined it.
Backtrack.
All right.
Whatever.
Manny G recommends a Prima article comparing flat bottom drippers.
Manny G Recommends.
Yeah. So check it out. Great.
Yeah,
good.
That was
Shortest
you, Mike.
Manny recommends.
You were supposed to take it from there, remember?
Yeah, I got it right here.
We talked about that. I was passing the baton.
Oh,
you were
sent
supposed
it to
to
you.
take it.
But
what do you mean
weird.
you sent it to me?
I texted you the link.
Oh, you texted me the link. Oh,
just in case you wanted to pull it up.
Okay, perfect. There we go. I've got it.
Nice.
So, sorry about that.
And he's back.
Thank you, Mike.
Guess who's back? Jake is
Okay, so this guest review was done by Michael Butterworth.
Ooh, good name.
Thank you, Michael.
That is a great name, actually.
We've got a lot of Michaels.
Mr. Butterworth?
A lot of Michaels. Excuse me, Mr. Butterworth.
I really enjoyed your review of the flat bottom drippers.
Table for 3. Butterworth, table for 3.
But it is a great article.
They rock the Kalita Wave.
185.
185. He is a fan. Michael likes the stainless steel, which is interesting. I have not tried the ceramic. I've only had the glass.
The glass.
And the glass is good. Now, he says here stainless steel also has less mass than ceramic, which means less energy is going to be absorbed by the dripper and more will stay in your slurry. So, when you watch the next barista competition on Roasters or Brewers Cup or whatever, and somebody says metal conducts heat the best, you look at him and you say, no. Michael Butterworth says ceramic does a better job of conducting that heat.
Mr. Butterworth.
Mr. Butterworth says that ceramic does a better job of that. And so he likes it because it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want it to pull from the coffee, the heat from the coffee.
Heat, yeah.
I saw another article I'll quickly mention where they took the glass and the metal and they did extensive testing on the degree of the coffee in the bed and then what came out.
Yeah.
And they said they were so close that they couldn't necessarily say one that was better than the other.
For steel, ceramic, and glass?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They were all so close that they had variables that, a couple times steel came out better and a couple times, one time glass came out better, but it was such a small margin that they're like, it really doesn't matter.
So he says that he likes dosing between 20 and 30 grams is the sweet spot for the Kalita Wave. And I'm going to agree with that.
Oh, good.
Because you start throwing too much in there, like 40 grams. He said he's gone as much as 45. I've done 40 in the Kalita Wave just because the one that you got me is that tall one.
It's a little bigger.
It's a little rough.
Did you go coarser?
I went coarser on the grind, and it's a little tough to keep the slurry all inside.
Yeah, it's not quite big enough.
It's not quite big enough.
Not if you want to go with that strong of a ratio.
So
there is a video.
The not neutral Gino dripper. Moving right along. The not neutral Gino dripper, I have never seen it before.
I've never seen it, but
it's glass and it's flat bottom.
It's designed to complement those glasses you've gotten recently.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty cool. Those all clear glasses with the insulated wall.
And it's $24 instead of $40 like the Kalita Wave.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, and he has some recommendations about removing the seal and certain things on there.
To clean it?
Yeah.
We can get into cleaning drippers here.
I don't know if it was to clean. I can't remember. I think just in using it in general. So check it out, though. Read the whole thing.
All right, we'll put the link to the article in there. And then the blue bottle dripper.
My favorite.
He puts on here a single hole in the middle of the dripper. The centered singular hole is evocative of larger automatic brewers, be it Bunn, Curtis, or Fetco. I was curious if the centered hole affected the evenness of the extraction and put it to the test. He was surprised to find that the cups he brewed with the blue bottle dripper were some of the sweetest, most rounded cups he drank in the course of writing this article. And that really is our experience as well.
We concur, Mr. Butterworth.
We concur, Mr. Butterworth. The blue bottle dripper is hotness.
They weren't lying when they said that they've spent 2 years and worked with MIT graduates and science people and coffee people to develop the stripper. They really did.
And Mr. Butterworth is right about this topic as well.
What's that?
Perhaps the only downside to the blue bottle dripper is the company branding. As a home brewer, I'm happy to have a blue bottle dripper in my kitchen. Boom. But as the employee of a coffee roaster, I can imagine customers being confused by a competitor's product on the brew bar. It's not making it to the brew bar.
Nope.
It's not. I love it. It is the best dripper that I have used.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep looking because we want to find something that you can brand with your company's logo
or
on
not
it.
Have someone else's branding it at the
Or
very
have
minimum.
somebody else's, and have at least like a color option. But blue bottle's like, it's mine, bro. That's mine, that's mine, that's mine,
That's one of the
that's mine.
brew bar rules.
Yeah.
All blue bottle drippers must face away from the customer.
Right.
Keep the logos.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
You spray paint.
logos.
Keep the logos away from them.
Logos.
Like,
keep the logos.
Luggles and muggles. It's like a Harry Potter anniversary, right?
Great.
Yeah, luggles and muggles. So keep the logos
You
facing
know what he's talking
away.
about? Not a clue.
And then you can spray paint.
Yeah.
You spray paint the other side and then like draw
put a sticker on there.
Put a sticker of an orange cactus on
Right
there.
over the blue
Is that your
bottle?
yeah, it's custom. It's custom.
The sticker's peeling off slowly. You can see. Why is there a blue bottle behind that sticker? That's the manufacturer in China.
Yeah. And lastly, the December dripper.
December
It
dripper.
smashed its Kickstarter fundraising goal, and it had the coffee world buzzing. Designed
Nick
by
Cho.
Nick Cho and Young Min Lee. Now, Nick Cho owned the video. He owned
the
that
Kickstarter video. It was good.
But I got to tell you, I started following Nick Cho on Twitter. He seems like a jerk. I'm sorry.
He doesn't seem very nice.
A lot of profanity, a lot of just
Really?
political
Just
stuff, just negative
vibes.
And I stopped following because
much.
when I watched the Kickstarter video, I was like, Nick Cho's a dude that I want to get to know. I want to have him on the show. We want to do just great. Just so impressed by his charisma, his ability to communicate, just how he handled himself in front of the camera was just great. Looked like a dude that you want to be friends with.
Absolutely.
And then so I started following on Twitter, and I was just disappointed with kind of the venom that was coming through. And I was like, I don't really have room in my life for that kind of negativity at the moment.
Yeah.
Just kind of the name calling and the political agendas and things. Look, I get that you disagree with other people about passionate subjects.
Absolutely.
I get that.
Yeah.
Me too. But can we just be...
Hello?
Can we be cordial to each other?
Yeah.
Does it have to be war?
Well, there's a fine line between
I guess.
disagreement and hatred. There really is, where you something inside of you despises somebody else because they have a different viewpoint on something.
Yeah.
And it comes out.
Yeah.
And then I agree with you. I enjoy being around other people, since we're talking about this, of a different opinion on many different things.
Yeah, you do.
I don't mind. I think it's nice because I look for the opportunity to discuss it, and I'm always trying to think, well, maybe my perspective is narrowed and not quite developed, whether it's political or religious or whatever perspective you have. There's many people at work that we would talk during our lunch hour about politics, and other people are talking about, this can't be good. And then they would sit there and see, you're having a conversation. And the way I go about it, tangent, is I ask a lot of questions. I want to know where the person's coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you actually care.
Why do you feel that way? What makes you want to back?
You actually care. You don't just want to win arguments or name call people.
Well, I think it also helps you.
You do a better job of that than I do. I just don't say anything now.
Well, here's the secret, and it's not a secret. When you find where someone's coming from, and then you can connect dots, it then helps you it then can help you win an argument, or not even an argument, but just a disagreement, and say, okay, I see where you're coming from, but have you considered this? And they go, well, no. You know what I mean? It just helps you. And then not only that, it humanizes it a little bit. And you realize people have their own thoughts and experiences.
Other people.
That they're basing their opinions on.
Too.
Yeah, exactly.
So there is a fine line between disagreement and hate.
Oh, you spent months on the campaign trail with that candidate, and they were someone very influential in your young life? I get why you want to be a part of that now. That makes sense.
Well, I don't hate drippers that are not adjustable.
What? But he does?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
you
don't hate them. There is a fine line between disagreement and hate.
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
I don't hate him.
The December dripper doesn't hate them either. However, the December dripper
Very
has
nice, buddy.
a setting. You can open up a different number of the 12 holes that line the bottom of the dripper, 0, 4, 8, and 12.
Ooh.
The ability to slow down the flow rate without tightening your grind or changing your dose allows coarser grinds and longer brew times, even with single cut brews.
Nice.
So the geometry was similar to the Kalita Wave, but pretty much you can twist the bottom and you can change the holes that come out. You can change it to a steep, just straight.
Yeah. Close it off.
Close
Just
it
shut
off.
it down.
Or you can try
Lock
and
it
race
down.
it through like the V60.
Yeah.
So you kind of get the best of both worlds. Now,
I think so.
He says that each of the drippers on this list have their own benefits and drawbacks. At the end of the day, what matters most is not the device, but the practice technique of the barista using it.
How you wield it.
I just would have appreciated maybe a little bit stronger opinion.
Like, here's
Like a consumer.
mine.
This is me. Like, I get you. Not all of us have been working in coffee for 6 years, Mr. Butterworth, which he is clearly an experienced coffee professional.
But he's right.
And he is right on that. I would have liked a little stronger, what's your takeaway? If I could buy one,
Which one should I get?
which one should I get? Because, bro, I'm not buying. Well, you and I will buy 5 or 4, but not everybody. Like, if somebody hits me up on the street, puts a gun to my head and say, yo, Butterworth, which one?
Yeah. Give it to me straight.
Give it to me straight, because I don't have
I think-
$100 to buy 4 drippers.
Absolutely.
I got, I'm going to buy one.
Yeah.
Which one? Now, he does say that that he was getting the best kind of flavor out of the blue bottle.
Yeah, the
dripper.
sweetness and
Or he had
consistency.
some of the sweetest, most rounded cups he drank
Mm-hmm.
during the course of writing the article was from the blue bottle dripper.
I think a summary of where you're at.
That's what I want.
If you're just starting out and you're looking, which one should I start with? Then I would say, hey, go blue bottle all day long.
Should we throw it on there? Should I jump in there? Should I throw the comment?
Yeah,
So
sure.
which
could.
one do you recommend? I'm going to do it right now.
If you're versed in the V60 and you're looking to up your game and you want to experiment, try the December dripper. It gives you a lot more control and things to play around with. More variables give you more opportunity, but it also makes it more complex. And someone starting out doesn't want to mess with that. You know what I mean? If you're looking for something aesthetic and you want it to match your clear, the lino mugs? Go with the clear dripper. Forgot the name.
All right. I am signing in as Jacob Goebel, and I'm going to leave a comment here. Mr. Butterworth, if I had to buy one, if I had to choose one.
Which one?
If I had to choose one.
Are you going to give them a scenario? Like, say I'm just starting off. Or you're going to give them a little context? You're going to help them here?
Mr. Butterworth, as a coffee newbie.
There you go. If you can only recommend one, are you going to throw the gun analogy in the comment, or are you going to?
I'm going to leave that out.
Okay,
I'm going to leave
good.
that out.
I think that's a good idea. Let's save that one for the audio, for the people that know us and know that you don't own guns. Okay, well, while he's typing, this is a first for me. I've got the mic all to myself. He's concentrating. I also think the Kalita would be a good. Manny G loves the Kalita. Rocks the Kalita every single day. So if you're wondering,
it hasn't failed him.
I would say Kalita or Blue Bottle. The nice thing is the filters for Kalita are cheaper, but you can use those with the Blue Bottle. The Kalita?
Okay.
The more you say it, the weirder it
This is what I got.
sounds.
Mr. Butterworth, as a coffee newbie, if I had to choose one, which would you recommend to start my journey of mastery with?
Ooh, pointed question.
Ooh, boom, posted.
See, that's how you approach a disagreement. You disagreed that he didn't finish the article with some more, definitive advice. So you're coaxing it out of him through a question.
I would have appreciated it.
Instead of throwing a comment out there that says, this article sucks, you don't even tell me which one to start with, you know what I mean, and tearing them up.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
which a lot of people love to do. That's a
Yeah.
problem on YouTube, by the way. YouTube doesn't have a good curator method.
Do we get that? Do we get any haters?
Not yet, but we get spam.
We get
But
spam.
it stops the spam.
Like, do we get the hey, hello girls? I made $1,200 a month last week, or $1,200 last week.
Hello, girl. Hello,
Hello,
boys.
month. Or no, there's the ones
Oh.
that are about the work at home.
Oh, work at home.
And then there's the Russian
Gotcha.
girlfriends.
Yeah, those are dangerous, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes those work at home are actually solicitations for sex work trading. Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
I gotta go sign up.
No, I'm just saying it really is. Like they'll say, "Hey, meet us here. You know, we'll tell you about how to work at home, how to make money at home." And
Oh, and they abduct them?
exactly.
Oh, that's a real.
There was something going around by the sheriff's department about that. But no, we get spam that's more along the lines of awesome video, really appreciate it, on every single video by the same person, and it's just somebody promoting their own channel, and they want you to click on their channel, and it's randomness. Or other ones have links. Hey, check out my video. Have you seen this video? You know, and some of them are even smart because they know if they include a link, it automatically will be flagged as spam. So they say, hey, stop, read this. I know it's going to be flagged as spam, but I really want you to check this video out. You know what I mean?
And then you just delete it.
They try to coax you. All
you
right,
get
I'll
rid
watch
of
the
it?
video. All right, it's the same video you post on the last one. No.
Do you get rid of these spammers?
Yeah, they don't make it through to the channel feed.
Oh, how much time does that take out of
No,
your
right
day?
now, not much.
Not much.
No.
Because on the blog, on our website, we have an automatic spam filter. But then one of the bad things is,
Does it grab some good stuff?
one of Roast and Ratsy's comments got thrown into the spam, and it took me like a week to find it.
Did she share a link?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sometimes
but I
there's certain
apologize.
things, certain triggers. You know, trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Mike is going to speak politically.
Triggering certain things that trigger the algorithm to say, you are probably spam, and we're going to protect our customer. But YouTube's not very good at that.
Ooh, we got another comment.
Nice.
Okay, so you can talk while I type here. Okay, never mind. I'm going to do the show instead. All right, you win. So,
Perfect.
we drank Cascara. It's 46 minutes.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
We're at
Time's
the
up.
same spot that we were last time trying to get coffee legends and coffee history.
And we're just going to do the legend.
All right, coffee legends.
Coffee Legends.
Today's legend, well, we gave a teaser, so we have to hit it.
Francesco Illy. He's Hungarian. He was born in Temesvar, Hungary.
Nice.
That is now Romania. He was a Hungarian financial accountant, bookkeeper, and inventor of coffee machinery. I'm just reading off of Wikipedia, by the way. This is nothing awesome. He found
It
work
is
with
awesome.
companies dealing with cocoa and coffee roasting. He founded in 1933. Let me just take a look at this real quick. Oh, after the war. So he served in 1914 at the age of 22. He served on every front of the First World War.
Wow.
So he was a warrior, and he got out, obviously, after, and let me see, it probably took him 10, 15 years before he invented the first automatic coffee machine, which substituted pressurized water for steam. The Illetta became the predecessor of today's espresso machine.
Isn't that cool? It was the first boiler-driven espresso machine.
So here's the deal. If you look at, he was fighting in 1914, it probably took him 15 years of working kind of in the industry, of being a part of it, dealing with cocoa and coffee roasting, before he got his invention launched to commercial and ultimately, or commercial success and kind of being world renowned.
Yeah.
A huge difference maker. Now, he was probably tempted to give up. I don't want to read too much into it, but I'm going to guess he was tempted to give up once or twice.
I'm sure there were many factors. Money, family, finance, whatever, you know?
Also, his whole family was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
In 1933, he founded the company. 1935, he made the Illetta. 1939, he introduced espresso culture to Northern Europe.
It's pretty good.
I'm telling you, it is counterintuitive to many things, right? Because you can't sell somebody something they don't know they want. And Steve Jobs says they don't know what they want. I have to give it to them.
I know what they want.
One of our mentors says, I don't sell things to people that don't want it. I I present it, and the people that want this come to me.
They come, yeah.
But this is in a different form. So he knew that they wanted coffee, but it's almost kind of, I'm giving you a different look on coffee, a different take on coffee.
There's something here you haven't experienced yet.
It's different.
And I know you're going to love it.
It's special.
You just don't know it yet because you haven't tried it.
And there's a lot of that in third wave coffee. I think that sometimes I get confused with because I'm like, well, I know people want coffee. They want the batch brew. They walk in, they just $2, give me my coffee, or $1.50 or whatever. But I want to do something different for them. I want to handcraft them a beverage.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll make that. But here, first try this.
And we're going to stick to that.
I think so.
So, and then 1957, the manufacturing can unit was built. And so they kind of started canning coffee. They moved in 1965. So 30 years later, they were 32 years after the company started, they moved headquarters. 32 years. Hustling. Work it.
That is. That's always looking at improving. They're not saying, okay, we've done this. Let's just ride it out. Let's just milk it.
In 1974, they continued to innovate, and they started making coffee pods.
Yeah.
Pre-dosed coffee pods for you to put in your espresso machine.
Wow. They're kind of a first on a lot of these. I mean, I'm looking at the list too.
All right. So Francesco Illy, coffee innovator, coffee legend, creator, inventor of the espresso machine, and to whom we owe a whole lot to.
In 2004, Illy initiated the Cup of Kindness in Ethiopia. Cup of Kindness raises funds for Ethiopian schools, and the campaign has helped to provide funding to build and sustain the Illy Community School in the community of Moyal, could be mispronouncing that, in southern Ethiopia.
I mean, you mispronounce a whole bunch of English words. I don't know why you would not mispronounce,
Well, I'll probably say these words right. It's probably a flip. So
I've got a question for you real quick, and just in closing here, because we want to do something special, right? So Blue Bottle only does pour overs and espresso, right? And some cold brew and whatnot. But you talked about giving people samples as they walked in to a coffee shop.
yeah, taste.
How do you do that if you don't have a batch brewer? How do you do that if you don't have stuff ready to go right then and there? Do you give them a little bit of cold brew? Because that's what, I mean, when I go down to Boss, they hook me up with cold brew samples both times.
You could. There's nothing against that.
Or do you have somebody like doing a pour over during busy hours, and they're just put them in little tiny cups and serving them out? What do you do? How would you do that? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a batch brewer's an option. Now, it's not what you would serve if they ordered it. Because here's the reason: a batch brewer, a good one, is very efficient.
So why can't I just, if I come to the counter and I say, just give me that. If I turn around and say, well, I just want what I just had right there.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me no?
I'm going to tell you that is not the freshest thing I have.
I don't care. I just want that.
And I'm going to make it a pour over. Well, if you insist, but I recommend a hand pour over.
You're just going to give it to him?
Absolutely, if that's what the customer wants.
Mike, you're fired.
But I think the difference is the batch brewer would not be visible.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was going.
Where would you hide it?
But I didn't get to finish.
So, wait a minute. How is this new?
It's not new. That's why I roll with it. But the batch brewer, it would not be seen. For the most part, I would try and keep it hidden, and you would just bring out samples. Where do you buy the
invisible batch brewer?
They make them. Yeah.
Is it Bun or
they go under the counter. You just hide under the counter, and then you pop up. You try. You try sample. I don't know why there's an accent with that, but there's a restaurant by us called You Like, Chinese. I think it's funny every time you drive by. It's like telling you before you even go there, you like this. You will like it.
That's good. I like it a lot.
You like.
I like.
So that's probably why I said that. But that would be my goals. I think the only way to really do that is you could have a batch brew, and then you're constantly making it fresh in there. It's just not a batch brewer that's sitting there for the next customer that shows up an hour or 2 hours later and says, "Oh, I'll just take the batch brew," and it's now stale.
Maybe like during busy hours when people are coming in. Because I mean, if it's just you coming in and there's nobody in front of you, there's nobody behind you. I mean, we got time to talk about whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and if somebody says, "Well, I don't even know if I want that," okay, you know what? Instead of using one of my pre-dosed segments to make you that pour over.
Sure.
I might make you a flight just while we're talking of just really small amounts and just you know what I mean? Or I might pull out an AeroPress.
It's got to be
like we don't offer this,
dynamic.
but I'm gonna make this for you because I'm gonna make you a little boom, boom, boom.
That's what good service is. Good service is when the customer realizes they're asking you to do something that's not a normal request, but they see you willingly bending over to do it. And happily, because that's the difference. Yes, they know you don't normally do that, or they're not even asking. You just know the solution to their dilemma about what they want to get is you offering them a taste, and you're going to make them a quick one. A quick sample, a quick serving, or however you accomplish that. You don't have to have a batch brewer. I just think in my vision, in a shop that's fairly busy, like you said, maybe during busy hours, you have something ready to go. It's really fresh, and it's a good extraction on a decent brewer. So you're just giving them little samples. Here, you want to try this? Here's our new Costa Rican. Here's our new Ethiopian.
Yeah.
And you're just walking down the line. You don't sell that.
Yeah.
It's all, and it's just known. Now, if somebody says, I know you have it ready. I've seen it in the back. I want that.
I've seen it under there. What do you have under there? What do you have under there, Mike? What are you hiding?
I'm not going to be giving out samples of something that isn't tasty. So I'm still going to be confident.
It is going to taste different. It's going to taste better from the pour over than from the batch brewer.
I think so. If done properly.
I think so too.
And I think the reason why is not just simply in the taste, but also in the presentation and the experience.
I think so. But let me ask you, more and more, remember Scott Rayo, he said you don't get points for difficulty? And, it was kind of funny at the time, but more and more it's starting to make more sense to me.
As you analyze it from
as I analyze it
perspective.
More, as from a cafe perspective. Like, remember we talked about the guy down in Tucson? All he does is French presses.
Yeah.
He puts them in air pots, whatever, but he does French press. That's it. You go to Blue Bottle, they do pour overs. That's it. You go to some places, they do a Chemex. They do a V60. They do an AeroPress. They do the Siphon. They do the Seraphim. There's so many different ways, so many different kind of recipes, so many different things, so many different sizes. I almost want to just cut through the clutter and say,
simplify it.
It's 12. All of our drinks are 12 ounces.
Yeah. Knock it out of the park with a select offering.
Period. Yep. All of our drinks are 12 ounces.
I agree with you.
You want more? You can have another one, but try one first.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, and then dial in the ratio. Get good at doing that quickly. I think that's going to give a much better customer experience instead of having to take the sheet and look at, okay, is this a small, medium, or large? What's the recipe? How am I going to do this? It's pre-dosed.
Yep.
There's 27 grams of coffee. There's 400 milligrams of water. I do 4 pours or whatever. You know what I mean? I do 3 pours. And I get to XYZ.
You keep it simple.
What comes out of this pour over is a 12-ounce cup. It goes in this cup.
Yeah.
It's a 12-ounce drink, and it goes in a 14-ounce mug. Why? Because I'm going to give you room for cream. Everybody gets room.
There you go.
Everybody gets room.
Keeps it
same
simple.
Cup, same size, same everything.
You know it's going to be good. It gives you confidence in it, and then it also makes it easy for the customer. They don't have to.
It makes it easy for the barista,
everybody.
and they can work faster.
Exactly.
Which makes it better for a customer during busy hours.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. So, great perspective. I agree for the first time, wholeheartedly.
Hey,
I agree with you.
It's only episode 60. What are we at? 64, and we finally agree on something.
This might be moving in the right direction.
I like it. So no coffee history, huh?
Not today.
Next time.
I think we've out of time and figuratively in the virtual world. And
it's an hour.
Literally.
It's an hour. But we might as well round it up to 60 minutes because this podcast, if you're still with us, that it came out on Thursday this week instead of Monday. Or instead of Wednesday. Sorry. Instead of Wednesday, it came out on Thursday.
Moving it a day back.
Do you want to just tell us why you thought that was a good idea, Mike, and why we decided to go with it? You've got 2 minutes.
2 minutes, great. Give a wrap up. So, no, I was just thinking that having it Monday and Wednesday was just a little too close together, and it'd give people more time to listen to the first one, and then it'd also give us a little bit more time in editing and producing it to be consistent. I thought, I don't know, just from Wednesday all the way to Monday, you've got, 4 days almost, and so I just thought it was a better divide of the week. That's all. Just simple.
It's a great idea.
I thought Friday would be nice, but then I also thought probably most people are listening during the commute or working, and, Fridays maybe, I don't know, maybe Friday would be even a better day, Monday and Friday, but Thursday just seemed like something to look forward to.
Seemed like it fit.
Yeah, it was a good split.
I thought it was a great idea, and obviously we're doing it. So thanks, Mike.
No, you're welcome. If you absolutely hate it,
for listening.
It was Jake agreed to
Jacob at orangecactuscoffee.com. If you absolutely loved it, Mike at orangecactuscoffee.com. If you loved it, let us know on Instagram. If you hate it, let us know on Twitter.
There you go.
Perfect.
Until next time.
Peace and we out.
Bye.
We out indeed. Thank you so much for catching this episode 64 of the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast. Really enjoyed you tuning in with us and spending some time with us. If you like it a little bit longer, it certainly wasn't intentional, but we've been going about 15, 20 minutes longer each time. If you like it, let us know. If you don't, let us know. Talk to you next time.